Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end, 'cause you've been a good friend.
네, 얘기 하서 했구나. 로코데,すごいじゃん。
Secondo te il concerto è arrivato?
でささんがある頃は何かあっちあるよみたいに来てみんなゴロゴロね。よしご飯ができた。